This is 2 Lego base plates.
And today, I'm going to be building a giant Lego Walmart on these 2 base plates, starting off with the sidewalk, which will be right here. And this is Bob. He's going to be helping me with the scale of all of these builds, including the shelves.
Anyway, we're going to use him as scale throughout this video. Let's get started.
Temporarily, Bob will be stationed here for scale.
And for this build, I'm going to use this reference photo right here. Now obviously, you can never forget the blue logo of Walmart. Then I grab these 2 pieces right here and I'm going to stack them all in there. Okay, now our sign setup is done. One question though, can Bob fit through?
Yes, sir.
We need to get the sodding done. As you can see in this picture, it is gray. So, let's do it gray. After 20 final minutes of stacking, we finally got one side done. And you may be curious, what's that green thing? That is for Subway. A Subway sign. Over here, I'm going to put the pharmacy sign. Alright, now for the other side. Here we go. The pharmacy side. Here's the overview of the front. Here's it next to our friend Bob. I've also got these nice tiles for the top. Let's put them on. Now for the rest of the roof tiles. Oh, nice. Here we go. Got those yellow things. If you got a foot fetish, you're welcome, because I did not think about where my foot placement should be. And just like that, the wall is complete.
Now it is time for the inside of Walmart. Let's get started. But before we do that, we have to finish the last wall and fix all these ugly holes.
You may be wondering, why did I fix this side and not this side? Well, the reason is, this side is going to be the side with Subway on it. This side is going to be the side where there's multiple shopping areas, so I wanted to leave it open. And I finally finished the side wall. Bob, are you proud of me? You want to be like that? Now let's work on the inside. Here we go.
Right here, I'm going to put the clothes section, which will have a wood floor like usual in stores, which looks like this.
Now it's time to put some shelves in there. Alright, now we got shelves full of stuff. Next is this section, the makeup section, showed right here. Now, I plan to put it right here. Let's do it. Alright, now that I got the floor, let's get the shelves in. Alright, here we go. We got two shelves of jewelry, and we got, you know, how people steal jewelry a lot, so they got this. Alright, next section, the food section, as showed here. And most likely you or your mom has always been there. I'm gonna put it right here. Alright, there we go. The next section will be the bathrooms. Obviously, for a big super center like this, it has to have a bathroom. So, I plan to put it right here.
For the bathrooms, I had to figure out a toilet design. I got the urinal design, but I needed to figure out a toilet design, so I picked this little style right here. Simple, but very easy.
The next section, which will be right here, is the gardening section. If you look at this picture right here. Most likely your mom has been there when you were a kid, and you know exactly what the section is. So we're going to put it right here. Alright, here we go. Oh, and by the way, I did finish up the bathrooms. Here you go. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Why is that? Bob? You forgot the floss!
Your mom.
No! And also, I was starting to get bored with this look, so I decided to switch up the movie shelf to something way better. I filled it up with some epic movies that have no title. Anyway, next is going to be the pickup section, which will be right here. Which I'm sure most of you know what that looks like, which it looks like this. Anyway, let's get started. No, that's not what I meant. I meant this. Nice. Oh, and by the way, I also added opening doors. Hey, Bob, you should open yours. You hope it's a letter from your girlfriend? Go check. What? What does it say? Ooh, that sucks, man. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Huh?
After he beat me up tirelessly for the next couple hours, I had to figure out what I was going to do next.
After I just got beat up, I just did this part. The subway, the meat market, and where you would put your, the carts to go. This is the video game department. I also made these really tiny shopping carts, but obviously they're really small, but they'll work. Alright, I filled up the shelves, added some extra things, like tires, the refrigerator area, chips, medicines, toys, guns, and ammunition. The video games, obviously, I showed you already. The checkout stations, shopping carts area.
I think this mock turned out great, and let's have an overview of it.